I was never like a hardcore addict to anything. I mean, I haven't drank in 7 years, but I don't, even then, it's not like I guess I'm an alcoholic. I don't know when to stop. Like every once in a while. It's like, it's not like I even drank all the time or anything, but every once in a while, it's like, man, we had a good gig. I remember the last night I drank was like June 16th, 2016. And we had this killer gig, and the crowd was ape shit, and we sold a bunch of merch, and it's like, yes, man, like, let's go to the bar, like, drinks on me. And we were all drinking. I mean, I did Coke that night. I was drinking wine, beer, and liquor, and it was just I didn't eat anything like for a day and a half, and it was just crazy. So I woke up the next morning, and I had the worst hangover ever. And I was like, oh, and we got in the van. We had to drive like 5 hours to make it to the next gig, to get there by 3 so we could load in, sound check, and play our gig. But I thought I was good to go, and then when I got in the van, I go, oh, hold up, and I went and puked by the bushes or whatever. Got back in the van. 10 minutes later, I'm going, oh, fuck, pull over, and then every 10 minutes it took us 7 hours to drive the 5-hour drive because I had to stop and puke. We were late for load in and sound check. We had to set up our gear in front of the audience, all just hungover. It was like embarrassing. And it was all because I was so drunk the night before, and I was like, I'm never doing this again, and I haven't drank since.
Well, they probably weighed on something. Yeah, sometimes when there's a moment, I feel like, for me anyway, I know, and it just sounds like it, like if there's a moment where you can get enough reflection where like it costs you something that means something to you, like in a moment.
My career was just, I could see it. It's like, man, if I don't fuck this up, I could actually turn this into something maybe. Yeah. It was like at the point where it's like, I shouldn't blow this,
Dude, that's crazy, because that kind of moment doesn't happen to a lot of people, where you just have that perfect thing where you're on stage, you're loading in, you're like, fuck, we're late. It's because of me.
It started as like, okay, I'm not drinking at least for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah.
And then,
yeah. And shout out to everybody that's ever said that.
You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not, okay, at least till next weekend or whatever. Like
till this baby's 2.
Yeah. And then so that turned into, well, I'm not drinking for the rest of the week. And that turned into 2 weeks, months, 2 years, 7 years.
Yeah.
Wow. It's like now what a big moment for me was when I realized how many times I had slept in the hotel room with them little mini bottles in my fridge, and I never even fucking thought about it.
Yeah.
One day I was in there, and I reach in there to grab a Coke or something, and I realized that I was reaching right past a bottle of Jack Daniels. And then I realized how many other times I had done that before. And then I never even fucking thought about, well, I'm all alone in my hotel room right now. I could just nobody would know. Just, you know? And I've never even thought about it. It's like, wow, it's really kind of out of the back of my mind. That's so good, Yeah,
and I think people have started to evolve. I was looking at a chart the other day that drinking has gone, it's not as big on college campuses, that it's just that drinking is it started to dissipate or whatever, the desire for it.
Did you go to college?
Yeah, I went to LSU, and we were drinking over there. I think I was kind of like you. I didn't love getting all wasted, but
oh, I fucking loved it.
You did?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the thing is when it was going down, right? And it was like, wait a minute, man. It was the celebration thing. It's like, man, you get a couple in you, it's like all of a sudden it's tasting good. Even the more I drink, the better it tastes. And that's the other thing too, is I never drank for, people drink wine and they drink these heady beers, these hoppy beers and everything and all. And it's like
Whisper and Hooker.
Man,
I
grew up drinking fifths of McMasters and Captain Morgan and shit. I never gave a fuck about what it tastes like. It's like, I just want to get blacked out. That's the goal.
That pirate syrup, baby. That shit'll get you, bro.
Yeah.
Young adults in U.S. drinking less than in prior decades. I feel that, man. Let me see what it says here. It says 62% of adults under age 35 say they drink, down from 72% 2 decades ago.
How does that correlate to teen pregnancy?
That's a great question. I don't know, but I think they should put birth control in in some of this.
White Claws.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, dude.